All right. We'll chat with you during the meeting. Yeah, not a problem. Bye. Hey, hey, hey. I'm not streaming live now, am I?
I put this stuff in the email too. The library is in code. Well, Allen County is in code red
because of COVID. The studios, everything's open. We just can't do gatherings and classes and stuff. So we can't do meetings, can't do get together things that are sponsored. Like I had to cancel tonight's in-person thing. So I have lots of cookies upstairs. I'll have to eat them all.
Really? Are you going to
Yeah,
like bring them in or anything?
I might. I might.
You should bring them in like on Wednesday and just kind of leave them there. That way I can get some.
Or John, do you need my address?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll mail everybody a cookie.
Oh, that would be nice.
So studio things are still open. The hours for the library are changed just a little bit. We open at 10, and Otto, you might know. Are we closing at 8 or 9? I don't remember. I think we still close at 9 now that I'm thinking about it.
We were closing it. I thought we were closing at 8 before, but I haven't seen the emails. I could try to pull that up.
Okay. I should have double checked that. I know the biggest thing is I know we don't you can't get in until 10. If there's something going on and you need to get in, you can contact me because I'm usually, except on Mondays, I'm usually there at 9. I can get you in through the employee door.
Okay.
Friday and Saturdays 10 to 6 and Sundays noon to 5. So nothing changes on Sunday. Saturday and Friday, it's just the only thing is we open an hour later. As far as branches, those aren't the same hours. If you're thinking about going to one of your branches, I'm pretty sure all the branches are now closed on Sunday while we're in code red. Code red, by the way, will stay with this procedure until 2 weeks after the county says we're no longer code red. So it really doesn't affect anything we're doing for the most part. But I wanted to give you a heads up there. With Christmas or the holidays, the studios will be closed when the libraries close, and they close this year on the 23rd, the 24th, and the 25th. I think that's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What is it? I don't have a calendar in front of me because I wasn't planning on doing this from home. I can look at my phone. Let me do this.
Boom. The 22nd, so Wednesday. I know that.
Yeah. So so we'll be closed the 23rd. So that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday will be closed. So if you have a show that you normally record on one of those days, get in there and make your reservation to get in early. Or if obviously if you have a live show on any of those slots, you're going to have to put a pre-recorded show in. If you just can't get a pre-recorded show done, I have several hours of just generic holiday shows. If you have time between now and the 22nd, and you want to do an hour of a holiday theme, just generic, it doesn't have to be, based on your show. You could say, hey, I'm doing an hour of special music because of the holiday. You can normally hear me when I do the XYZ show on XYZ day. If you want to do one of those, you can FileZilla it to me and just send me an email saying, hey, I uploaded this. It's kind of like what we did when we did the specialty shows when the library was shut down. Hi, Sarah. So also the library will be closed on Friday the 31st and Saturday the 1st. It will be open again on Sunday the 2nd. So again, if you have shows that are coming in those things, please get them in early. If there's a show that has my involvement in it, where like you have to send it to me and I have to upload it, don't wait till the last day. I'm going to have a bunch of other stuff I got to load in. And I'll be honest, when the library is closed for like Christmas this year, because my kids are going to be in town, I'm not doing any radio stuff. If it pops in my email box on the 23rd, it'll sit there until I come back. Sorry, it's just family comes first. So plan ahead. What's the old saying? Your lack of planning doesn't make an emergency I don't know. Your lack of planning does not make it an emergency in my world, whatever that is. I know it's a lot. So we've got 2 weeks here, so let me know if I can help you get stuff in, and we can create special file names. If we want to load a couple files ahead of time, I can work on that too. So just reach out to me. Just don't wait till last minute, please. So that is that. And let's see. Studio updates. Dun, 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 dun. Studio updates. Big thing, if you're using the studios, the Mac computers, the two ones that are up on the highest screens in both of the studios, are now set to be an input directly to the board. You no longer have to Bluetooth them. You don't have to plug in the auxiliary cable to it. So you can use them as a source, whether you're using music from Spotify or your iTunes playlist, or you bring in music on a thumb drive, individual songs, you can plug it in there. We have what is it, Mixi that's on there. You
Yeah.
can use to play music back if you bring files in that way. Or if you want to record, something off of something else that's on a website somewhere, you'll be able to do that without plugging stuff in. And you just search for the input. It's called Mac, M-A-C, in both studios. So you can do that. Also, the programming buses, which is that 1, 2, 3, and then the telephone thing. That's in the top of each channel on the board. Normally, we always have 1 and 2 on because those are the ones that you use for going on the air and recording. Anything you put into 3 now will feed audio to the Mac. So if you like to use GarageBand or Audition on the Mac, you can do that. Or if you're streaming using that computer, whatever you have in program 3 will go to the Mac. And by the way, you can feed the Mac and stream and still record on the Mac doing other things. So,
Hey, John.
yes. Oh, look, there's autos in the studio. So they're see, that's the top of the thing where I'm talking about. So right now,
Does it keep my video up on the?
Yeah, I'm seeing it. Everybody see the video that he's got of the
Yeah.
board?
Yeah,
Okay.
we can see it.
So that's what we're talking about. 1 and 2 is always pressed down when you're using the studios. 3 didn't do anything up until now. Now 3 feeds the Mac computer. Okay.
Could I ask a question?
Yeah.
Day after tomorrow, I was going to do a telephone interview for my show.
Yeah.
Do I just hit that telephone button? Is that it?
I will show you how to do the telephone.
I think you're going to have to.
Yeah, it's not difficult. You're gonna use
good.
the regular phone, and there's a button in the back rack that you have to push.
Okay. Well, I'll be there about 5-ish on Wednesday.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, yeah. So you want to dial up and show Mac on the board there.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go
Push down that button at the top, and then you're gonna those are all the different options. So you've got.
I don't know how clear it is because of the.
Well, we could see it really good.
We can see it.
I just have a corner of
is.
my screen,
Is that
so.
No.
Mac.
There it is. And then you push the button.
Push down.
And then push exit on the soft key. Push that soft key. Boom, and there it is. Now it says Mac. So whatever plays, that would give you the audio off of that Mac computer. So I know a lot of people, especially people that are going live, will create playlists and stuff on their Spotify or their iTunes pages, and they use that. So that'll be a really good thing. We can also use it if you're going live and you want to pre-record phone calls. Maybe you got a song playing and you want to record a phone call. You'll be able to use the Mac for that too. So that's a specific thing. It's not very difficult, but no need to get into all of that because that's very few people that are doing that.
Yeah, you have to remember to. Well, John, if you push the talk back, let's see, where is the talk back?
You have to have phone. You have to have phone. If you have the phone pot. Oh well, talkback is on the mic thing. So.
Yeah, so you can still talk to the caller without recording on your program.
Right.
So.
We'll create a little training video on how to do phones. We need to do that. That's not that difficult. So we'll get that going. There's the puppy. Hi, puppy.
That's a cute dog.
Like the little gray chin. Okay, so that's if you don't use the Mac in the studio, it's not that big of a deal. But we've been working on this for 3 years trying to get those to work, and we finally
Wow.
got the right parts became available, and we had to get firmware upgrades for the boards, and
Great.
so it does add a lot of ability to. Okay, the next thing that's happening is Adobe Audition. We have on the computers now, we have Adobe Audition 1 and Adobe Audition 3. We have 1.5 and 3 in there. They're still my favorite of the Adobes, especially for radio, because they're not uber complicated. And especially 3 is very fast and stuff. The problem is our studios are too advanced, if you will. We're running 64-bit Windows computers or PCs running Windows. And both those versions of Adobe Audition are for 32-bit machines because they're 20 years old. So it's just becoming, as more and more upgrades happen to Windows and stuff like that, it's just becoming less and less stable. So we're going to have to bite the bullet and subscribe to the new Adobe Audition CC, which is Creative Cloud, which is amazing software. It's really, really good. And it'll be a heck of a lot more. It will be extremely stable. I know Friday, Rock and Rich finished his 2-hour show, went to save it, and Studio 2 crashed, and he lost it all. So he had to come in and redo it. It happens rarely, but it's happening more often than it used to. And the same thing's going to start happening with Audacity, because Audacity is a 32-bit system. And pretty soon Windows is just not going to allow 32-bit programs to run. So the new version of Adobe Audition will be, I can order it right away. Problem is, because of the way the accounting goes with us being a pseudo government thing, we can't write a PO or pay for anything again until like second week of January. So we'll get it sometime in January. They'll be in. It's not going to be all that different. It's going to have a different look to it. The nice thing is, if you go online, if you use Audition, and you start looking at the Audition training stuff like on YouTube, or you go to the Adobe site, you're going to be looking at the latest, best version of it. And I'll be around to help people make the transition. Very little of it's vastly different. It does have a different layout. It looks a lot like Premiere, the video editing software. So just be a heads up on that. And it's going to be one of those things, if you're an Audacity user, you're going to probably want to start taking some time and learning Audition, because Audacity eventually will become unusable on our 64-bit machines. I'll leave them in there. I'll leave the old versions of Audition up there too, but I just don't, if you use it at your own risk. Okay. So that's that. Like I said, this is gonna be a quick meeting. We're already to our fourth third item on the agenda, and that is new logo. I'm just have not been a fan of the logo they created for us. I liked the original logo from when the station signed on so much better. But they went through this thing. But we have a new marketing director, and she's open to changing the logo. She understands that we're a community station. We are grassroots, and I just think we need something that's going to feel a little more grassroots. I don't want to look like WoWo or WLS in Chicago. We're not we have a very corporate logo, and that's not who we are. So she's agreed to start working on it. We got to move kind of quick because I want it to debut on our 6th anniversary, which is in February, which really doesn't give us a whole lot of time when we're doing something this big. So if anybody's got thoughts on just, anything, thought on a color, thought on anything, or if you've got logos you like that you've seen other stations use, or have anything, a picture, a feel, just anything we can throw at the artist and say, hey, look, these are things people kind of toss in, and then they can start getting creative. Maybe there's something on that back wall, that blue back wall, that we like or something. So I would love to have some input prior to them coming up with a logo, and then have everybody go, oh, I hate that. But I'm hoping that we can come up with something that that's fun. And I keep using grassrooty. It doesn't have to look like, a 1960s, I keep on, when I say grassroots, I always think of that Keep On Trucking guy from the 60s, early 70s. But maybe something with the skyline in it, or I don't know. Something that's, it can't be totally music themed because we're not all music. So if you've got thoughts, or think about it, and just send me notes or drawings or anything, or drop them off, and we can move from there. Also, once we have that logo in place, then we'll start putting together some more swag and do shirts and do all those kinds of things. So we can all get shirts and whatever we want to do, and come up with some handout things. Like Sarah's been helping me on redoing the brochures and things. I think we will probably do a small run of stuff because I don't want to wait till February for a couple of these, with the older logo, and then we actually have a true library logo, which is just used internal and official stuff, which is the same as every other department in the library, except there's this little circle, and it's got the name of whatever it is. So it's got our radio station. We've never used it on anything, but that is our official thing. So maybe we use that I don't know, but we'll figure that out. But I'd love to get some input. Again, even if it's just, it doesn't have to be a radio thing you're thinking about, but if there's something that says, "Ooh, this is cool," there's an album cover you like that you think is cool, or we don't need to reinvent the wheel. I mean, we're not going to blatantly steal somebody's logo, but we can certainly take the feel, or I don't know. So I would just love to see thoughts on that. So, and probably we need to get everything together to get to the artist literally in the next, sometime in early January. That gives him only 30 days or them only 30 days to come up with stuff to give us. And anyways, okay. Any questions on anything so far? Okay. And the last thing again is just more brainstorming stuff. Is February, what's your birthday, Otto? 16th?
I'm doing a camera checkout. Yeah, it's February 16th.
Yeah, okay. So February 16th will be our 6th anniversary of WELT, and Otto's birthday. So if if we're still kind of iffy, February still is probably at a point where we don't know for sure if big gatherings will be happening. God, I hope so. But what do we do? In the past, we've done parties just for producers, and we've invited people. We've had some live music. We've done it several times at Wrigley Field. We've never really done an event. Our events have been open to the public, but we've never done a big thing. Hey, come out, because we really haven't anything to. So it's really just been ourselves getting together, which is perfectly fine. And we've done a little awards things. So if anybody's got thoughts on how we want to, we can do that again. There's nothing wrong with doing it that way. And maybe that's what we do for number 6, because we'll have the new logo. Maybe we can have some new stuff. And as we get our local music thing going more, maybe at number 7 we do a concert kind of thing and stuff. So if you've got thoughts on what you think we can do for our 6th anniversary, I'd love to hear it. And if you'd like to be on a committee to help put that together, we'll create a little ad hoc committee on that. I like Jeff just sent me a cool little note about logo. We'll share it later. So in the past, like I say, it's just kind of been a get together. We had a bunch of pizza and I just kind of got a little budget from the library, and they let us buy a bunch of pizza, and I think everybody had to do their own drinks. But then we did. Who am I thinking of? We had cupcakes last time too with our logo on them. That was fun. And then we had a couple bands come and play. So, and it was a fun night. We had a great time. It was, if I remember correctly, it was storming like crazy or real rainy or something that night. But we haven't done a gathering like that we didn't do it last year for our big 5th anniversary. So that was year 4. But again, open for any thoughts on that. I'm watching the dog attack Sarah. So anybody, if you've got ideas or thoughts, it doesn't have to be a one night thing. It could be, it's our 6th anniversary. We could do 6 things. Hey, we're going to celebrate, and it doesn't have to be on February 16th. Outside of those of us in the building, nobody's going around going, oh, isn't that anniversary coming up? I mean, we're creating our own, it's a great way for us to, if we have that logo to share, we can probably get some press and things. Hopefully we'll have some exciting news about, potential transmitter move and things like that. So it'd be nice to do all of that and
because we started production the November before that, February, get people used to using the equipment and stuff. So, and we were actually doing on-air transmitter tests and stuff. So, even though our grand opening was in February, we can pledge the time on when we can get together. It's no biggie.
Right. Well, and we can, like I say, it's not like, if people aren't going to go, oh, well, that's bogus. Their 6th anniversary was the 16th of February. If we do it in March, no one's going to go, well, we're not going. So it's whatever we want to do to put on a good show for ourselves, or if we want to invite the public.
Yeah, John, I'm actually older than I look too.
We can do we can do we literally can do anything. There's no set rules on what we want to do. I'd love to, my thought, if we wanted to play with some of the local bands, we still, the WELT is, we encourage local talent, and we're going to keep pushing that because that doesn't necessarily have to mean music. So there's no reason we couldn't do some kind of a showcase. We could do something in our own theater. We could go out and do something somewhere. We can do all kinds of things with it. So, and obviously we don't, but if we want to do something in February, we only have one more, 2 meetings if we include the February meeting. So we're going to have to do something. So Sarah's saying we could do some kind of a showcase in the theater and promote it through Hub 260, the magazine. That would be fun. We're in a position we don't have to. Matter of fact, they would probably prefer us not make it a fundraiser because it's just with the way we're set up. doing at this point doing small fundraisers and where we make a few $100 or maybe $1,000, something like that, where it's great cash to have, but if we process it through the Friends of the Library, which is our not-for-profit entity, it almost costs us more to process it than it's worth because it's a big machine. It's a machine that's designed to, deal with major grants and, bequeaths when people die. I mean, they're used to dealing with, you know, six-figure and up kind of donations every time,
Yeah.
and they have to go through the same process if it's a $25 check than if it's a $25,000 check. So they've kind of, it's like, hey, we want to do a silent auction, and like, you know, we can do some things like that and fiddle around with petty cash kind of stuff, but then we just have to let people know that are doing it that it's not they can't do it as a tax write-off because we're not going to run it through the charity. So, because I mean, we can have a little slush fund to buy, needles for the tone arm and things of that nature. We can't do a big one because, we are connected to a government entity and all of that stuff can be looked at under a microscope. So I'm sure they cringe even me saying we could do a little one, but there's, we've always had a little envelope with $100 in it to buy this or that when we've needed it. So, I can't think of anything else. That was all I had on my original agenda because originally I thought we'd be like doing this for 15 minutes and then partying, but this is our party. So I've got my little party hat. Where's my ball? There it is. Woo. So, anybody have anything?
No?
No?
No, thanks for helping me on Wednesday with that phone thing. I've never done that before.
If you're able to get in a few minutes before 5,
I will.
It's really, once you see it, it's simple. It's just kind of hard to just tell you. I will tell you my one of my goals for first quarter of 2022 is to have we have a book up front for all of Access Fort Wayne staff called the Don't Panic book. I'm going to do the same thing in the studios, and it's basically just going to be little how-to sheets on all the different things.
Right.
So if there's something like you're like, I always forget how to do, let me know, and I'll make sure we put a page in there that talks about, I'll have things on there how to do file management, how to save your file and put it into programs to air, how to
Thank you.
use the phone, how to, now with the Mac, how to change different things.
That's great.
So there should be a folder or a 3-ring binder in both studios by spring is my goal to get all that done. And so if you've got something you want to make sure is in that, let me know. So
Okay.
I didn't even notice this mic in the way of me the whole time. I'm sorry. I'm in my studio, by the way, at home. Hello. So
Fancy.
isn't it fancy dancy? Doesn't do anything at the moment, but I think what's behind me. That is my gold album set from Bad English, Alice Cooper, and Living Color all together. So that would be Epic Records. And this one that you can see up here behind my mic, that's Rod Stewart. Right there.
So John,
way over there. Yeah.
So if anybody wants me to do a video, like a training video on anything, then we can produce that, and just want to get some priority on what needs to be produced.
Well, we've got that one. Like we did the one already on how to book your studio online, which is in the which you can get to through the access page. But we want to do that for most of the things that are kind of I don't know. Nothing's uber technical. Oh, I was going to say on the Macs, I don't know if anybody's here, if anybody uses those Macs. The one important thing with the Macs in those studios is do not change the sound card settings on the Mac. So we can't lock it out, but if you change it, it's gonna, and you set it to something other than the Dante thing that it's in, it's not going to work for anybody. So because we put it in there, of course, we put it in there to test it, and people changed it, but that's our fault because we didn't tell them it was in there. So like, well, it's not working the way we used to use it. So there's really no reason to not use the Dante system that I can think of. So anything else, anyone?
Not from me.
I don't know if Eli's on. Well, she's not on the Zoom thing, or he is not on the Zoom thing, but he has been in helping me change all the clocks, if you will. Every show has a clock for each hour that it airs, and that's been on my personal laptop, which is dying a slow death. So we have a station laptop. We've been transferring it over to that, but it won't do a backup, so we're having to manually put in every line of code. And the new software that we put on there also is now not doing a backup. So I've been trying to get with the software company to say, what's with your software? The whole reason we're changing is because it won't do a backup. And now this one, which we're spending, gazillions of hours putting all these things in, is not backing up. So we'll see what's going on there. That's it. 7:38. So
You did good, man.
it went 18 minutes longer than I originally thought we would.
No, you did great.
But I hope everybody's got time to chill over the next couple of weeks and spend some time with family or at least friends and have fun and stuff. And I'll bring some cookies in the next couple of days. And
Please,
please
please do.
I can't guarantee how long they'll last. I mean, they're just little sugar cookies I did up. So and then yeah, it was all set. The party, we were going to do the party. We were going to have cookies and pizza, and we were going to have a dreidel tournament. Sarah taught me how to play dreidel.
Oh, lovely.
Figured we could do it instead of gelt. We could use cookies. I'm saying we use dollar bills, but that's then there's some seriousness behind it.
Yes.
That's all I got, folks. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for continuing to do shows. Again, if you want to do Stan, I don't know if you've got smooth jazz Christmas songs, you want to just throw them together. That would be an awesome thing I could throw in because we're going to have several hours of shows that are not going to get updated in time. So I can just
I could do that. I've got lots
put
of
that in. That'd be fun. Or if there's any other kind of, it doesn't have to be Christmas music, if there's Hanukkah's over, can't do all those Hanukkah carols, but I don't know. I know there's Kwanzaa music, but not a lot of it. What else is out there? Festivus? Do they have Festivus carols? Not that I'm aware of. We could just what is it? Airing your grievances in Festivus? We could just have an hour of people griping.
That'll work.
So, or we could just stream Fox News.
Yeah. Or we could just have people overuse irony. That would be a good way to celebrate the festival.
So, but yeah, or if you just want to, New Year's, if you just want to do a batch of your favorite party songs, make it a New Year's kind of thing. That'd be great. Larry, you've got to have a bunch of party gypsy songs.
Absolutely, we do.
So we could do an hour of gypsy New Year's music.
Yes.
I did the meeting's officially over, so if you need to go, feel free. But I was gonna say I got back. I did one of those ancestry things where you spit in the tube and send. I finally got it back. I honestly was very nervous because I've grown up with this Irish thing, and I've enjoyed being Irish, and I knew I had some German in me, and I'm like, it's going to come back, and I'm going to be, who
Egyptian.
knows?
Are you Egyptian, actually?
No, No, I'm 47% Irish, and I don't have it in front of me. I'm Irish, Scottish, and Northern European. So I'm about as white as you can get.
You're a white guy for sure.
I am, and so I've got a little bit of German in me, and so
yeah, people are always surprised
drunk and angry.
about
What a
those
great
things.
combination!
Fantastic. Fit right in with the gypsies, man.
Yeah. So, all right, cool.
All right. God bless all of you. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, guys. See ya. Thanks, Otto.
But
Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.